So we're in Bexhill today. So we're at if you haven't already guessed, we're in the amazing Warr Pavilion. Now, this is going to cause consternation because I've been here a very long time, 40 odd years, and we've always called it Warr. And now I understand that people also call it Delaware. Is that right?
Delaware, Warr, maybe sometimes. Do you know what? Just to be really clear, it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, does it?
And I think what is really important is the local community, as you just said, call it Warr. Yeah. And in fact, we've got a colleague, Soph, who is incredibly upset about the Delaware thing.
Yes.
And is from Sidley.
I've heard that.
And is amazing. So we've started to readjust ourselves slightly. The reason we say Delaware is because of the family name.
Right.
The family pronounce it Delaware. And there's connections to the States, to Delaware State. There's a connection there.
Oh,
so, but I think we're slowly moving back to Delaware, aren't we?
But each, potato, doesn't matter, does it?
Exactly.
Or tomato,
it really doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
We really don't want to upset anybody about it either.
Be inclusive.
I think by the end of this episode, we should have decided which one it is.
We're going to be arbitrary?
So yeah, we're just going to vote?
No, we're not.
I think we can go Warr. Let's go Warr.
Warr?
Let's go Warr. We can decide now.
It's near battle.
Yeah.
So.
Delaware was the only state that I ever got the name wrong when I was on stage, where I said, "Man, Maryland's awesome," and they were like, "Boo, you're in Delaware."
I don't. If I've been in Delaware, I actually don't know. I don't know. It's like tiny. It's like just. I think it's only corporations that are hiding from tax go there.
It's a small state, but yeah.
We have the contentious arm of the podcast.
I guess I'm just saying, just be careful with Delaware.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all the more reason to go.
There we go.
Delaware.
Yeah, let's go Delaware, shall we?
So now we've got that sorted.
Yeah.
So as you can see to my lovely left, I have Stewart Drew.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Hi, Stewart.
I know.
Yeah, hello,
You're amazing.
nice to see you all.
So you're before I go on to lovely Kim, which I must, of course. You're the I've got to look now, haven't I? Director and Chief Exec, aren't you?
that's right.
Yeah.
Here at the Pavilion, at the Warr Pavilion.
Here we go. It's going to be a thing now. This is going to get all the followings for all the wrong reasons today. But bless you. Thank you, Stuart.
No, thanks for coming. And it's really brilliant to be sat here on stage.
No, it's great.
It's really good.
Because
Good
you're
location.
usually that end, aren't you?
We're normally that side.
That side and upstairs.
I normally don't spend a lot of time right here. So it's good to be on stage with you guys.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No, it's lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Kim Byford.
Hello.
Yes. So, Kim, what do you do here?
Well, funny you should ask. My job title is Head of Skills. So my job is kind of, it works in lots of ways. It works in the building. So bringing people in, new recruitment, particularly young people coming to creative industries, delivering events here, getting younger people to come into the building and to engage with what we do. But equally, a lot of the work happens out in the community, and the work that we do at the moment goes across the whole of Sussex with the Coastal Catalyst project in partnership with the Brighton Dome. So we're about helping young people into the creative and cultural sector.
Wow, that was long.
Come on.
Sorry, I've got like auto with them.
You answered that question before.
Absolutely nailed it.
You nailed it because because you did something quite formal yesterday, and this is like it feels like you're still in that headspace. Bless you.
It's worth saying you spend a lot of time out on the road in schools, talking to kind of big assemblies of young people and things like that.
So you're kind of outreach, really, aren't you? From
in lots of ways. And I think also because my job is sort of quite new in the sector, people always do ask that question, what head of skills, what is that? So I do have like a collection of responses ready for different audiences. Ready to go.
I love that. I haven't got a clue. People say to me, what do you do? I go, no, I can't engage with that. I do lots. So, Stuart, what we met, as you beautifully reminded me, on the 90th anniversary, it was a week, wasn't it, of...
Well, it's a kind
it's
of
an
year.
Ongoing, isn't it?
It was the 12th of December. So 12th of December is the Pavilion's birthday.
And we were here.
And we were here, and we were having a bit of a kind of party. It was also a kind of doubly special day because we'd just secured some money from Heritage Lottery to invest in the building as well, which was kind of, we weren't expecting it to actually fall on that day. So we had a bit of television and radio and yourselves here, the choir here, which was really special to kind of finish the day with the choir, the Lifted Up Community Choir.
Exactly, and we came and sang, and it was a really, really good day. We really enjoyed it. And what was so lovely was the fact that we were up by the what is that, a sound desk?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
And I kind of collared you in a way and said, so you were talking to somebody, I think you were talking to Ali, and there was this conversation going backwards and forwards about what you're doing, and I was drawn into your enthusiasm. And what I loved about that conversation was, because you're going to now, basically I'm going to draw that back out of you, was I went straight out and I felt so intoxicated by what you had to say, because it was so, the enthusiasm was so infectious about what you do here and what you are going to be doing here this year and where you need our help. I just went straight outside and said, I want to be a patron. And I didn't think twice.
Do you know, that's such amazing. That's so amazing for us, and to have that. I always say to everybody, you know, we want to do good here, you know, in the most simplest format. We want to benefit the community. And I think when somebody like yourself kind of goes and says, right, I'm going to be a patron, not everybody can do that.
No.
You know, maybe a membership, buy a ticket to a show, whatever it is. But it's that level of support that, to myself and Kim and the rest of the team, actually makes a real difference. So thank you. Thank you. And it was, as I say, it was a really special day. I think your choir leader, in fact, I did storm the stage a little bit because I was so kind of overtaken by the proceedings. And I think your choir, what's your choir leader's name? I forgot.
Day Laval.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I kind of nicked the mic off of him, and I think he thought, who the hell is this? Kind of crashing the stage. But I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody, because it was just such a special event.
Everyone out, it felt like a birthday party, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was so lovely.
It was really good.
So what I loved about what you had to say was how you were committing as a because this is an iconic building, isn't it? Which nearly actually got taken down.
Yeah, so I think there's that thing now. It's quite interesting that this kind of architecture, modernist, we're a kind of modernist building, but I guess we go together with kind of deco and brutalism and all that kind of era of architecture. In the 80s was quite unfashionable.
Yes.
It was quite expensive to run.
I was here when it was being disputed as to whether it stays or goes.
And there was a real kind of, this is a big white elephant thing going on. You know, should we demolish it? What are we going to do with it? How do we make it viable? All that kind of stuff. But today, I think we look at it and maybe we've kind of gone a little bit over, and there's still a little bit of, people love it, but it's a little bit taken for granted that it exists. And I think part of our mission is now to go, no, we've got to keep our eye on the prize and really protect this building.
Absolutely.
For people. It's about people, but architecture for people. So, and it was actually... I don't know, I was having a bit of a kind of argument with an architectural specialist the other day about Wetherspoons, and the building actually was proposed that one of the solutions is that the Pavilion would become a Wetherspoons.
Yes.
And it was actually saved by one vote from Wetherspoons.
Wow.
The person that I was arguing with actually said, whatever you think about spoons and some of the politics around that actually from an architectural point of view, they've actually helped to invest and save a lot of important buildings.
The Opera House in Tunbridge Wells, the cinema.
The cinema here in Bexhill.
Absolutely.
I mean, they put like £2 or £3 million into the cinema about 20 odd years ago. Yeah. And, you know, otherwise that building would have got turned into flats or whatever. Yeah. And
that was another thing here. They were talking about it becoming, you know, what you guys call real estate. It was going to be an opportunity for that. But
Did you know that every Wetherspoons has its own carpet?
Yeah. Yeah.
bespoke carpet
Have we
made.
become a Weatherspoons podcast now?
That's an upside to.
No, I like
Besides
that.
a 3-pound breakfast.
It's a fun
pretty
fact.
cool.
It's a fun fact.
Yeah, so that kind of saving of the pavilion back there then, and actually also that being driven by the community, by certain individuals to save the building and to kind of get a business model that works and is viable to protect it.
Absolutely. Because you've got some famous patrons.
Yeah, we've got some I mean, our dear friend is really Susie Izzard, Susie Eddie Izzard, who worked here behind the cafe bar when it was on the kind of ground floor. Yeah. In fact, we have this running conversation about Death Star Canteen.
I know it so well. We love it.
So we've actually got a quote from Susie saying,
Are you Mr. What is it? Do you know Mr.
Mr. Stevens.
Mr. Stevens,
head of catering.
You his dad.
So it's a kind of I'm not sure it's my forte to deliver it, but
Go on.
But it's essentially a sketch about wet trays in essentially a kind of service station setting. So when they in the 70s they put the trays in the dishwasher and they come out slightly wet so that when you put your food on them
They move around.
They move around, everything slides around.
Yeah.
And it's about Darth Vader going into the canteen on
the
Death Star.
It's a really good sketch.
Okay.
And the trays get the
Mm-hmm.
penne. I can't quite say that word, but about the pasta and the what's it called, lightsaber becomes the tray, so it goes with the tray. But anyway,
you'll need a tray anyway. Whatever
you know
happens,
the
you need
sketch
it. You
better
do
than
know
I
it. Quite a lot. We're big fans of the Lego.
But Susie says that was heavily influenced here because we had our own kind of motorway service station cafe in the 70s. So that's our claim to fame. But I mean, Susie was here last week. Is still here regularly. They worked here. Their father lived here. They went to school in Eastbourne. Just an amazing supporter. But there's a little bit batch of people. Yeah. Anthony Gormley is a really big supporter. Obviously we've worked with a lot of artists over the years. So there feels like there's that support from that community too. And trying to create opportunities for artists, both visual artists and music artists.
It's like a gallery and a large music venue, and you do smaller shows as well. So really covering the whole gamut.
I mean, I think
you bring Joe Wiley, don't you?
Yeah, Joe Wiley, Trevor Nelson this year in the summer.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things. We're doing a big thing with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra this year, both in here and out on the lawns.
Oh my word, really?
So they're doing a big funk and soul event and a big ABBA event in the summer. Wow. But we're also taking them to Sidley. So we're taking the RPO to Sidley Rec, which is like the football pitch up in Sidley. We're part of our capital project has got a sister project in Sidley, which is a new community hub. Yeah. So that's due to open in the summer. Amazing project, community led. So the least we could do is kind of take the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra up there to open that as well.
I love that so much.
I was going to say, I'm sorry I missed your gig last night then.
We
didn't get the memo.
We said, this next one's for you, man, and then you
were like, Stewart.
And then there was just nobody there. So that was great. That was a little awkward, but
we're still here this
I'm
morning.
really sorry.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We'll have to put you on the list now. You'll have to come on the mic.
Oh, well, I don't mind buying a ticket. Yeah, but just send me the link.
We'll sell you one.
Yeah, sell me a ticket.
I've got a question for you. So, as you'll be aware, I'm sure, that are large venues in towns like Bexhill and Hastings and probably all over the UK. There's plenty of amazing buildings that are in dire need of help, and commercially they're just not viable. Things like St. Mary's in the Castle. I was doing programming and event management at Henry Ward Hall in the town of Hastings, and it was like it's hard enough just to make the shows themselves viable, much less have extra to give these buildings the love they need. So obviously we gotta go to the community for patrons and to the government and other bodies for grants. I guess one thing I found I would like your take on is why are we doing it? What role do these venues play in the life of a community?
Well, such a big question. I mean, just to say that particularly the music side of the music and the visual arts side of thing is such a huge kind of ecology, right? So we are all in a kind of a bit of a goldfish bowl together, and we all have to support each other and those venues to make it work. And I think one of the well, you were so kind about me being passionate, but I think we've really got to care and campaign. We've got brilliant organisations like Music Venues Trust and various other organisations that are lobbying, particularly for the smaller venues, because the sense of community. What's amazing about Delaware Pavilion is that...
Sorry, Delaware?
DLWP.
Wow, shots fired. All right.
What's so
Okay,
amazing? Carry on.
What's amazing about the Delaware Pavilion is on this site there's an image from well before the pavilion was built, with 1,000 people sat on this site watching a performance. So that whole history of people coming together, again, you've got this kind of history of our direct predecessor in Bexhill was called the Kurzel, which kind of means cure hall. So it is public entertainment for public health. And I think we can't get away from that, can we? The importance of community, well-being. I'm sure Kim can talk in a minute about kind of the skills ecology,
totally.
That you're, actually, 2% of the industry is on stage and the other 98% is the supporting ecology around here. So you're good for the economy, you're good for well-being, you're good for the sense of pride in place, to use a kind of current term.
Shared experience.
I noticed it particularly during lockdown, because in lockdown I found that the government gave culture a bit of a arse kicking and went, ballerinas can go to the back of the queue, and I thought that was a horrible thing to say, when in fact every time we got up every day, the first thing people were doing was putting on Netflix, putting on the radio, putting on music.
The irony is too much.
The irony, and it was, and we ended up. I know in Hastings particularly, we started our own TV and radio station, and it was like to get things through so people could come in a sterilised environment, perform, so that people could watch from. And it's like we need to keep together. So well-being is an understatement, I think. Culture is, for me, living and breathing. Everything we do, you said it yourself, we take it for granted and we expect it to be there. But the first thing you do, you get in your car. First thing I do when I turn on my car, radio, or music, or something. I don't...
But when you look at industry in the UK, the creative industries is number 3?
Yes.
It's bigger than car manufacture.
Yeah,
it's bigger than, I think you've got financial services, haven't you, right at the top.
Sure.
But it's not actually that far behind. And a lot of the other things that we take for granted as standard industry are actually a much smaller percentage of the economy.
Yeah.
So not only is it good for community well-being, all those things, skills development.
Brings in the money.
But it also brings in the cash.
Yeah, it does.
Isn't it's up there in terms of UK exports. It's like one of the biggest ones, isn't it?
Yeah, 115 billion a year into the UK economy from the creative and cultural sector.
Wow.
She's on
She's
it.
Queen of
on
Stars.
You are on fire.
Kim is
What kind of
on
coffee do you drink? Blimey.
But I think, picking up from Stewart, we're a cultural and creative centre, but we are a civic community, basically. And I think that's the subtle change, and we're in front of the curve because that's what we were built on, being the People's Palace, being here for our community. And we really do mean a lot of things to a lot of people. And I know we were joking, we're joking slightly about the name, but it's really important what people call us and how people have got that relationship with us. And we have this civic function in terms of not only do we produce fantastic exhibitions, fantastic performances, but we think about how our place in our community. And for us, with skills and the skills program, that really does mean about how that changes people's lives and how that brings people in. And I think there's a changing ecology for cultural venues, really, is that you've got to be more than just a place for people to come and look and experience culture, is that actually you serve a function for those who surround you. And because of the nature of the building, the people around us, our local community, the building kind of doesn't matter to them. It's the people, it's the place itself. But nationally and internationally, we have a responsibility to the building. So there's lots of different sort of relationships that we have. But I suppose we are, as always, ahead of the curve in terms of how we communicate that. But I think that's the real change for sort of cultural venues, and it's tough out there for cultural venues. It really is tough.
But it's bridging the gap as well with culture, because a lot of people have got this notion that culture is up there and they're down here. No, we are all culture. We all sing. We all what's the word I'm looking for? I'm doing this. We all integrate on a really creative level. And so we are not, culture is not for the elite. Culture is for everybody. Everybody sings. Everybody buys records.
It's where we connect.
It is where we connect. I totally agree. And it unites us. Music unites us. Theatre unites us. Literature unites us. Absolutely.
Politics and economy, or politics and money separate us. But culture is where we get together. Come on.
You're not standing in the elections,
I'm having
are
what
you?
she's having.
Yes. You're drinking the same coffee.
Just blacked out there.
I just wanted to pick up on the ecology between us, particularly between Hastings and Bexhill, but with the wider region as well, all the way, either side of us, is that ecology is totally crucial. So the smaller gigs, the 200 capacity gigs, the 500 capacity gigs, the passion, the press and media that lives around us, the musicians that live around us, is all really critical and is such an important part of life here on the coast.
Definitely.
And I think one of the things you just said was we're slightly ahead of the curve because I think we are slightly privileged with funding. We're probably privileged in terms of the way that we're funded here. But the key is to try and use that funding for the best possible good. And, some of the projects that you mentioned, behind the scenes, we've always tried to support White Rock, St Mary in the Castle, Hastings Contemporary. That wider ecology you want to try and support strategically, because being joined up in the strategy is sometimes worth as much as the money.
Definitely.
As well. So I think that's really, we love being part of that Hastings community. We love being part of the Eastbourne and New Haven community.
Hastings loves being part of you. We look very fondly, even though we're just sort of the other side of the roundabout, as we affectionately called it. When I moved here in the 80s, you're the other side of the roundabout, though, too. So it was all that way over there.
Don't cross the roundabout.
Yes. Why are you going all the way
boundary.
over there? It's Bexhill, darling. It's one stop on the tube. Come on, get your head around it.
Yeah.
But no, we hold you in great affection.
Thank you.
I think for us as well, with young people and skills, that being that part of that wider ecology and being able to help people navigate and move through, that's really important. So a young person who might come to us and come to a music conference, but then they pick up with a project in Hastings to create a band, and then that band comes and does a busking slot with us in the summer, and then they connect into Eastbourne, where Eastbourne Music Collective are doing something in collaboration with us, and the passing around of that to create this progression as individual venues or programs, we can't deliver everything to everybody, but together, collectively, we can. Yeah. And it's a way of doing that, you know, there's a conversation around it. So it means that we're not all producing the same things and then sort of trying to, you know, we divide the audience then, don't we?
It's collaborative, isn't it?
Exactly.
You join the dots, which I love. And I love the fact that we do that in Hastings and you do this here. It's just fantastic. Now, it's something that excited me, I've got to go back to this, was... which is why I went off and went, oh, I need to support this.
Oh, what did I say?
Well, because I can't see that this whole auditorium is going to go through a massive revamp, isn't it? Mm. And it needs to, because those chairs hurt your bum.
They do.
To be fair, they're not the longevity, but you've changed it, so you've got the whole thing's going to be revamped. Can you tell us about that? And also, what I love is the fact that you've got an initiative which means you can have your name on the back of a chair. Mm. I love that idea so much. I really love it.
So just to kind of step back a little bit, this space and this building is almost, I see it as the blueprint for art centres in the UK. So sure, there was theatres and music venues and lots of other things going on.
Sure.
But it was actually Delaware, I nearly do it.
Inclusive.
Yeah. And the architects and the overall vision. In fact, Earl Delaware was quite influential. He was kind of sat behind early incarnations of the Arts Council and the Festival of Britain. So those kind of direct links to the Royal Festival Hall, the Barbican, those kinds of things. This is the kind of mothership of that thinking of bringing everybody together. Yeah. And this space is quite extraordinary because it has some original features. It has the walnut veneer in here, which has the amazing Chimaev plaster ceiling, which is incredible.
Gorgeous.
Actually is a really wonderful space. I hope you agree that this space acoustically and in terms of audience profile, I mean, when I see gigs here, I'm normally sat right at the back of the balcony. Yeah. You've got a great view. Yeah. It sounds great. Yeah.
What is the capacity?
So it's 1,000 seated or 1,500 standing. Mm-hmm. So these seats in the stalls come out. What I think the team have done, the programmers and the I should say brilliantly female-led tech team in here is do really brilliant, I call it jazz hands. They put on a really good show in here with what they got. It helps. We do have a reasonable PA. We do have some good lighting in here through investment. But the rest of the infrastructure, I think the technical term is kind of knackered, is really falling apart. Sure. So the whole thing with the seats is the seats, which were actually from the 1990s, were at end of life. They were becoming a bit of a health and safety problem, and we decided to just get rid of those seats. They were at their end of life. Sure. So they're slightly uncomfortable, and people come up to me and say, those seats aren't very comfortable. And I say, yes, they're not, are they? No, but hold on, please bear with. Yeah. And I think we have to say a big thank you to everybody for supporting us through that period. It's actually remarkably harder to get temporary seats than it seems for a venue like this. Yeah. But the idea is that we don't spoil this space in any way, shape or form. We all love this, but it needs conserving, it needs restoration, it needs some love. If you look at some images of the Royal Festival Hall online, or Chichester Festival Theatre, which are kind of immediate kind of siblings, if you like.
I would say that.
They look beautiful, and actually in here it's just a bit scruffy around the edges.
It's well loved, I would say. It's pre-owned.
It's pre-owned. So again, not to spoil that, we love the charm. I think bands loved, Pixies did a kind of week-long rehearsal in here and then launched their European tour. All those kinds of things. So, it's a kind of Richard Hawley type kind of venue, isn't it? Or a John Grant kind of venue. But we just need to give it some love. Yeah. So the two key things we're doing this year are that, well, in fact, the scaffolding's just gone up this week, and they're going to do some roof repairs right across this end of the building and the auditorium. And then we're going to put some solar panels on the roof.
I love that.
The auditorium's actually got a pitch roof that you can't set, a shallow pitch roof.
Yeah.
So we're going to put 150 solar panels on the roof to help with energy bills. And then the stage lift has actually been broken for about 4 years, which is just in front of the stage here, which allows us to store the seats under stage. The seats are due to go under stage. So all of these seats currently are kind of manhandled overnight by the team, which isn't really very great for them. So the lift is finally being fixed in a few weeks' time, and then the seats are coming. They're on order. It's really nice. The fabric, the specially commissioned fabric for the seats, is being woven on the Isle of Bute.
Cool.
Which is really close to the Rothsay Pavilion, which again is another kind of architectural relative to the De La Warr Pavilion. So that's in manufacture, and then the seats are in manufacture. I can't quite give a date.
You can't.
It's kind of late summer.
I understand there's going to be a reveal next week.
So there's going to be some reveals. We've got some samples here which will go into the foyer shortly. And then, as you say, we've got a programme called Your Seat in History, which is an opportunity to make a donation and to have your name and an inscription or a dedication on one of those seats.
Excited. I'm going to have
which
a
is
seat. I'm going to have a seat.
So, and
Love
again,
that
that helps with the fundraising for the investment into the space. And then in 2027, the whole space gets some love, refurbishment. There's some metal work. We're one of the first welded steel frame buildings and concrete buildings in the UK, kind of off the back of the American model, actually, the American skyscraper model. So there's lots of work behind the scenes. There's lots of money being spent on just looking after that steel frame and those concrete panels.
So it won't be obvious where the money's been spent. So no. Your passion for driving the support, even though you say we're very privileged to get the funding we get, you still need this building, beautiful building, still needs some more support.
Yeah.
So you've got to become a member. You can become a member.
That's right. Yep.
Do we know how much that is?
Yeah, it's currently £40. I think it's just about to go up very shortly to 50.
Yeah.
So
for the year.
For the year. Yeah. And that gives you priority booking for events, 10% off the bar and off the cafe and in the shop.
I love
so
that.
It's actually pretty good value.
Yeah.
The team have actually just asked everybody, which was really nice, whether what their feedback was on membership, why they were members, and if what they thought about us putting the price up, which was quite a kind of interesting thing for them to do. Quite a lot of people have come back and said, we just want to support you, we love you, we want to support you, which is a really nice feedback, and people saying actually you could put it up a little bit and we'd still continue to renew our membership and those kinds of things.
It means more than the actual cash spended. It's spended?
Yeah.
Did I create a new word? Spent?
Spent.
So you can be a member. So
you can be a member, you can be a patron. I think we have a patron around the table today, which is amazing.
So, and that's a monthly fee. There's two different brackets of monthly fees now.
Yeah, so it's £250 for the year.
Yeah.
You can pay for that monthly by standing order if you want to, which makes it £20-ish a month. We've deliberately kept that really low, so a lot of people have patronage at £500 or £1,000 or maybe even more. But we deliberately want to keep it really reasonable.
It's trickling in.
There's lots of events going on, so there's special patrons and members events going on, particularly for the patrons. And then when we're doing openings for, particularly on the exhibition side, people are invited along to special events and those kinds of things, which is really good. And then there's opportunities, of course, to kind of give more if people have got the propensity to do that. I mean, I think I mentioned it briefly earlier, but I think there's that thing of kind of going, your advocacy, one's advocacy to spread the word and say, please support Delaware Pavilion. You know, we're looking for supporters financially, for people to write about the pavilion. We're looking for corporate sponsors at the moment. So even if somebody hasn't got the propensity to give, if they can make introductions to somebody who might be interested, then that'd be really, really cool as we go forward. But buying a ticket is an act of support.
Absolutely.
You know, buying a membership at £40 or £50 is an act of support.
Yeah.
So and just to say that really matters to us.
Coming here on a Friday and having fish and chips is an act of support.
Indeed.
Because it's one of the best fish and chips I've ever eaten.
Oh, here?
I know. Here, yeah, superb.
Come on, leave
Is it
something
still-
for everybody else.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
still a thing, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, also, I mean, again, just to talk about people. So the fish is from Hastings, the fruit and veg is from Carroll's in Sidley.
Yeah.
So it's using. I mean, it's a bit
It's
of
all
a
the van
cliche.
outside.
It's a bit of a cliche, isn't it? But locally sourced produce.
Yeah.
But we try as much as possible. They'll make sausages, they'll make bread, they'll make ice cream in the kitchen, and those are brilliant local people. And it comes back to that.
Yeah.
That, you know, the 98% or the 95% who aren't on stage, jobs, training opportunities, skills opportunities, and the catering is really important to us. We deliberately tried to make it not too fancy. We actually, I know some people
it's
complain
hearty and
about it,
wholesome.
but we actually like your kids running around up there. The team are going to kill me. Don't say I said that publicly. But I think for me, you don't want to necessarily worry about your kids wandering around up there within reason.
You're precious without being precious.
You're
which I think
precious,
is,
so
you
it's
know,
like good, you know, as good a value within this current economic climate. Food that's freshly made by local people, and for us all to feel comfortable up there and have a bit of fun.
No, it's great.
And you said it earlier. The other thing about the building is we've got this great kind of modernist monument. But when you're inside, the building vanishes because you're looking at the horizon, particularly when you're on the first floor.
It's so beautiful.
And it disappears. It's about the space, it's about people. So, yeah,
Yeah. You don't like it here at all, do you?
no. Can't wait to get out. Look at it this morning, low tide.
I know.
And low tide and
just
just such a
exquisite.
beautiful morning.
Oh, it's exquisite. Stuart, your passion is really contagious, which I love.
Bless you.
So, how do people get involved that want to get into the creative, try things out anyway?
Yeah, well, we are always out and about. So the skills program is called Talent Accelerator, and we have
Sorry, say it's called.
Talent Accelerator.
Oh, all right.
So predominantly the way that we get out to show young people what we're doing, we're going into schools and colleges, but we have an Instagram following. So do follow us and you'll see what's going on. We also work with a platform called Dabble, which shows opportunities not only here but across the whole of Sussex. So we're trying to have a portal where young people can go to search one place to see what's out there rather than having to go to all of the different places. So on there are work placements, there are any kind of events that are happening that young people can get involved in. So it's a really a good way to sort of see what you could be doing. And we underpin it all with digital badges. This is my specialist subject area. But digital badges are a way of, they're micro credentials to basically show what you've done. So you can put them into a CV, you can put them out there to show people exactly what's happening. And to go back again to that thing with the building, young people who are of Bexhill and surrounding areas will come and do something here, but they have it's just a building, it's just a place to them that they've been brought to. They don't understand its gravitas, they don't understand what it means nationally, internationally, all the rest of it doesn't matter to them. The experience is what it's about. But for other people, then they can see that, because often I've been here and involved in like recruitment for apprentices, and they're talking an interview and I'll have seen them at an event or been part of a workshop, and I have to go, and that workshop you did, to sort of try and help them and to bring that out. But digital badges are like having you know, that concerned adult in the room with you who can explain it in a different way, so someone from another organisation can go, oh, Delaware, okay, click and see exactly what's happened there. So that's another way of sort of bringing it all into one place. But we're out and about everywhere. as someone said to me the other day, in the nicest possible way, everywhere I go, I
You're
see
everywhere.
you. And I was like, yeah, that's what I do. But most young people will first encounter us through schools and colleges.
Because we had Sing Inspiration here last month, and we had loads of schools: Bexhill, Hastings, Eastbourne, Sidley, Couden Beach. You had they were all here. These tiny tots all the way up. Oh, it's wonderful.
It's that idea of like loads of different touch points. So that the idea that a young person starts off with primary school and does their, the Christmas big sing or the summer big sing, that's inspiration, but then later on they come again with a school visit when they're at Bexhill Academy, and they've come for their year 7 and they've done a project and they see their work up on the walls, and year 8 when they all come and they have their takeover day, and year 9 when we go and talk about options. So there's continual touch points.
I love that.
So there's a familiarity with us in the building, and they really do feel like they can come here and it's theirs. And so then when we have other things that we're doing, so for example, we've now, going back to that civic idea, we have a youth provision on a Thursday. So Blueprint Gather, which is open access youth provision, meaning that they can come and just do social activities with us, come and hang out, eat pizza, play ping pong, and the variety of other things that we do. I'm just saying that because we have just brought the table and I'm quite proud of it.
We bought a ping pong
We
table.
bought a ping pong table.
Wow.
Yeah. So
can I have that moved to my office?
no, you can't. So it's that way of sort of having lots of different ways to interact with us and feel like it's your space.
Do you play your ping pong games to 21 or 11?
Good question. 21, classic.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Yes. So Rack's a
It's best
Rack's
to
a
treat
table
it to
tennis player. He will not call it ping pong or whiff whack.
Sorry,
or
whiff
the other
whack.
names.
Table tennis.
Sure.
Well, in that setting, we start clearly with ping pong to get people involved, and then we'll move it up
Bring
to
it
table
up to table
tennis.
tennis. Oh, I love
Eva and I used to have a ping pong table in our house, and I was really excited when I got it because I thought I was a pretty good ping pong player.
Oops.
But
Not
even
the
when
gym
she was
does.
9 months pregnant, if we would play like 20 games in a day, and she would beat me 19.
She's fiercely competitive, though, aren't you, darling?
Good.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Okay. Go on.
I was just going to chip in and just say that a couple of things, like Talent Accelerators is a really nice program because it's it is part of us, but it's also presented as slightly disconnected. So from people accessing it, I always kind of describe, well, maybe I'm describing myself, but you don't want to kind of do dad dancing as an organisation. You actually
You
want
hand
to.
it over.
Yeah, you hand it over and you actually present it slightly differently so that there isn't access problems with it. And I think the other thing that we do is overlay it with the music service. So I chair Create Music, which is actually run by Brighton Dome. There's a really nice connection with the Dome in terms of the way the venues work.
More collaboration.
More collaboration, but Create Music works in like 95% of schools. So it's really high engagement, but also run accessible orchestras, music centres, all the way across. So there's that really, and the work that you do is also kind of overlaid there. So the digital badging, the kind of sharing information about schools and accessing schools is really closely shared between the two things. And I think Create Music is really kind of coming along as well. We had a big kind of young bands night here. We had 11 local bands performing the other night. Again, the tech team produced it like it was, a major artist here with all the lights and the PA, just the incredible talent. As you said, singing is such a thing.
Yeah.
And in fact, the singing lead is upstairs having a meeting about, we do a thing called One Voice at Christmas. So again, kind of takes children from right across the region, also in partnership with Glyndebourne. So they do a thing with a soloist from Glyndebourne with young people, and I've been sat there thinking, how the hell is this going to work?
Yeah.
You know, but the repertoire. This isn't, as I'm sure you know. It's not just kids singing. You know, we wish you a Merry Christmas and Silent Night.
No.
It's a really well worked out international repertoire, and then singing with a Glyndebourne soloist. Absolutely first class.
We had Pegasus Opera was our link in London, and they, with Sing Inspiration, people in the choir were going, opera?
Yeah.
Why? And you say, just wait and see. And of course, on the night, it was absolutely electrical. It was just phenomenal.
I mean, I think it's just we've got 6 wards that are kind of in the high areas of deprivation amongst us, haven't we? And I think to give young people that experience, they're all singing in different languages, these songs,
Of course.
and then having the chance to perform on the big stages across the region, and to be able to perform, opera and things like that, that you would go. Otherwise, they go,
They
I
go
wouldn't have
opera,
the.
ballet.
But it's not.
There.
It's totally accessible. It's not elitist in any way. It's
No.
just fun.
I love the bridging the gaps of that.
It also it speaks to the part that we've got some real issues with oracy and delayed speech in very little people.
Yeah.
You're getting more and more children now presenting in reception who have no speech at all.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of issues around that. So being able for Create Music and support Create Music to be able to do a programme where we've got singing in schools makes an absolutely fundamental difference in that. So if a child comes and has got delayed speech, that can be rectified through those activities which seem to be fun add-ons but actually are essential.
Creative.
And that's where that cultural, creative, well-being, and also helping with social and economic deprivation, which we have a great deal of hidden on the south coast. People here don't you don't see it, you don't think it's here, but it's massive.
It is massive.
And so actually these interventions aren't just nice to have, they are essential.
No, they're
Comes
part of
back
our
to your
well-being.
earlier point, doesn't it? Your earlier questioning. Definitely.
So what? This could go on for hours because it feels like we're just starting to unpick what happens here, because people walk past this building and as you say, it's just a building, but it isn't a building. It's outreach, constant outreach, which I love very much. So you have exhibition space here. You have a gallery, don't you? So you have teaching and learning opportunities here. You have the great food. You have the words just flown in and flown straight out. Oh, it's gone. Oh, Patsy, I can't do this right
You
now.
sell records here?
It's
Well, music's not dead, does.
music's not dead. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you put that, you have that out there so people can come. But the whole thing about this building is it is incredibly attractive, energetically, I feel. And you're very gracious and generous with your with what you have to offer. I love what
Thank
you
you
do.
for that.
I love what you do.
No, thank you. I think you've, I think it's always been part of us to, sometimes with art forms it always struck me really early on with visual art that sometimes visual art can be quite hard to access sometimes. And actually, if you can smile and be warm and be welcoming, then you start a conversation. And actually, out of the most difficult pieces of visual art, you have the best conversation. So I think that's our ethos, to try and be collaborative and warm and have some fun as well. It's entertain. We shouldn't lose sight of the word entertainment or fun.
Right.
And not be too worthy. So thank you for your kind words.
No, I think it's really important. Your front of house are always absolutely top drawer. I feel very sort of,
Yeah, you feel taken care of here.
you do. It is.
No, thank you.
It's like a bit of a hug.
Can I give a big up to the front of house? In fact, it was a little while ago now, but we did a really groundbreaking collaborative show with Project Artworks based in Hastings in 2014 called In the Realm of Others, which was about showing their artists in the main gallery space. And in fact, we just had a big Bridget Riley show where Bridget's gallery had spent a lot of money on re-detailing. The gallery was really sharp. Stanton Williams re-profiled the gallery for Bridget's show. But as that came out, we managed to put this project artwork show in. And in fact, it was a bit of a weird moment, actually, because a couple of people said to me, what the hell are you doing? Why are you showing project artworks in there? And it was actually quite kind of insulting, you know, kind of like, why would you show project artworks artists in the main gallery space? I won't tell you what my response was, but my response was get lost, you know, and working with, you know...
Trust me, I know what I'm doing, basically.
You know, working with Kate and Tim and all the others at Project Artworks, you know, we showed that show. Yeah. And what we tried to do with that show is make sure that we were all okay about people with complex needs and with you know, that needed kind of assistance, I guess, or consideration. And what was hilarious about that was that we put in a big series of training, and all of us in the office were kind of like slightly terrified and really nervous about what we were doing, and you know, and the front of house team and the catering team, you realise that they interact with people, all sorts of people, all the time.
Yeah. They've already got the skills, haven't
they've
they?
already got those skills, and I really learned through that process to really make sure that you learn. We learn from each other. We've got skills that they haven't got, but we can learn off each other and actually say, you're out there, you know, dealing with the public on the coalface every day, and you're actually really erudite about looking after people and making sure people feel comfortable with. I don't mean by being patronising, treating people as people, but
warm
being
and friendly and
warm
smiling.
and friendly and supportive when it's needed.
Informative.
You know.
Yeah.
So you know, I think there was a lot for us to learn over that show, and it's worth saying that show was one of the, you know, busiest and most joyful, you know, shows ever. And I think Kate and the team at POW, you know, well, they went on to be nominated for Turner Prize, didn't they?
Absolutely.
Off the back of that, which is just incredible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Good
High five them.
Oh, but thank you for that feedback. We'll share that with them.
No,
you know,
I think
definitely.
they're lovely. Every time I meet staff, you know, they're not, you know, they're just really affording. You know, and I love that. It's really good.
So how can people get involved? Become members and patrons? How do they do that?
Well, just look on the
website.
Yeah. Jess is our head of development, Jess and Susie. So their details are on the website. You can give them a call if you want to talk about something in particular. But you can join up to be a member or a patron, and also look at your seat in history. There's 3 levels of your seat in history, starting at £250 going up to £1,000. And you know, as I say, I know we've done a little bit of enduring of these temporary seats, but the new ones are looking fine. They've got beautiful walnut veneer on the back of them, and they're super comfy.
Yeah.
So thank you for the prompt. You know, just look online or give Jess or Susie a call. In the development team, and they can come in and talk to the box office.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I asked you earlier, have you got anything prepared for what's coming up? And Audrey's looking.
Do you know, it always makes me laugh, that question. I mean, particularly as I think most of my job at the moment is looking after the capital projects. So we're just trying to get the capital projects away. Yeah. So I'm a little bit kind of removed, and I always go, "What's on? Hold on, I've got a card." I mean, I think the best thing to say what's on is again to look at the website and to look at the what's on listings.
It's very full.
I mean, that's another problem I struggle to remember. I mean, I just go, Purple Rain? We're showing Purple Rain, the film, on the 25th. When's that? This weekend?
It's 10 years, isn't it?
It's 10 years.
10 years. So we've started to show a few kind of key films in here, which seem to be working really well, which is really good. What else have we got? Cowboy Junkies. We got a really brilliant David Attenborough Appreciation Day with Sussex Wildlife Trust, although David Attenborough won't be here.
Just
I
to
love
be
the
clear.
disclaimer on the bottom of there. What else have we got? Haircut 100 coming up. A really brilliant, in fact, I don't know whether she's still there. Sally's still there, sat in the background. Sally's been organising a really brilliant terrace programme for the summer with lots of events over the summer. Yeah. One of the first is a kind of day of dance for people to get involved. Wow. What's the date, Sally?
23rd of May.
23rd of May.
Dance through the decades.
Ooh.
With choreographers from the London 2012 opening ceremony. Everyone to join in.
Fantastic.
So should be really brilliant, but follows all the way through. We're also working with Zero. We've been trying to work with Zero from Hastings for a long time.
Don't we love them?
They're coming
Dan and
in.
Neil.
Oh, they're amazing. So they're coming to do something for us as well, something special over the summer. So watch that. Scott Matthews. In fact, weirdly, another one of my patrons keeps messaging me going, "You must see Scott Matthews."
Okay.
And I'm going, where is it on at? Oh, it's on at the Warr Pavilion.
We've got it.
Trevor Nelson, Tiger Who Came to Tea, The Archers, The Proclaimers.
The Archers.
The Archers.
The Americans won't know who the Archers are. I don't know if you've got anything that's even vaguely similar. They're a how do you describe
They can
them?
kill people
a
from far
farming.
away?
No. They're a farming community who I don't even know how old are they? The Archers now.
I think it's an anniversary,
it must
isn't
be
it?
an anniversary, mustn't it?
Something.
Is
It
it
was
50 years?
Yeah, it's a Radio 4 programme, long-running sort of serial about country folk.
No, it must be
Okay.
older because I'm 65 and I remember it from way back.
Before the
How old is it,
60s.
Sally?
About 65.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember it as a.
Fictional pattern.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, it is fictional. Yeah, let's remember that.
I have to add,
Not,
yes,
sometimes
it is-
not though. It feels
It
like
doesn't
they
feel
haven't.
it, but it's on. It's
Close
on
to
every evening, and then there's an omnibus on Sunday that I used to cook the Sunday lunch to. To keep out of the kitchen because I'm in there with the Archers. Leave it, don't and I got to hear the whole thing. But it's great, the Archers.
And I was just going to finish off with Bexhill Big Summer Sound
Yes.
as well. So Symphonic Groove outside on the lawns on the seafront, 27th of June. There's a more traditional concert inside on the 2nd of July, Tchaikovsky. The ABBA event is on the 4th of July. And again, there's a big programme of working with a lot of the local schools. Yeah. There's a day event called Mega Music Saturday. I've got to get all my terms right, which is on the 4th of. It is before the ABBA event. Yeah. So everybody's going to be. We're going to be out working with local schools, teaching them ABBA songs, so they can also play with the RPO as well. Cool. And then we're off up Sidley with the RPO as well to open the community hub. But the list goes on. It's a pretty busy year. Yeah. Check the website. If you're a member, you get priority booking and priority notifications of events and things. So
And if you're a young person, sorry, to just if you want to get involved, so we've got volunteering work placements across the Mega Music Saturday and the Sidley Festival, which we'll be putting out there. We've also got some as part of the Summer Terrace programmes. We're going to have some small performance slots, some busking slots that will be out there for people to pick up. Cool. And we've also got 4 big Friday evening events for younger audiences to come and enjoy. So there's lots of things.
You're working with Badger, aren't you?
Yeah, working with Badger from Hastings to do that. So there's lots of really interesting things for a younger audience to get involved with or
Exciting.
find ways into the
It's so
industry.
exciting. I wrote down here as you were talking, it feels like a big landmark with a very big beating heart. Mm-hmm. It feels like it's pulsing, but the whole point of doing what we do here is to get people to understand what's going inside buildings as opposed to just driving past them as they become wallpaper. Yeah. And I don't want you guys, to ever be seen as wallpaper. Well, glamorous though you may be.
Well, it's great to do this. I think we all find these days, and perhaps with promoting gigs and things like that, that actually communications are so fragmented now.
Yeah. But your comms are great though.
Oh, they're a good team. Cassie's good.
What a great team.
Yeah, really good team.
Yeah.
So spread the word.
Yeah, big them up.
Well, thank you for having us tonight.
Well, thank you for coming. It's been really brilliant.
No,
and
you've been amazing.
good to be on stage
Is there
with you.
anything we forgot, Sally, do you think?
Sally should be on camera.
website It's all there. Actually,
Come forward, darling. Come forward.
A little bit of update about how lovely what you said about the front of house team.
Yeah.
So we've just had some training to be a safe haven, training from the Refugee Buddy Project.
Yeah.
And we were given some scenarios a couple of days ago, and the front of house team completely killed it. You know, what they would do if somebody came in who needed a bit of refuge from something that was going on outside that they were uncomfortable with or unhappy with, and they just completely killed it. It was absolutely amazing. I would agree, they are a wonderful team, and these are the people that, you know, people see when they come in. And,
they're on the
and
front
thank
line.
you so much for saying
No,
everything you said about them, because they, you know, they are our ambassadors out front.
They are ambassadors.
Yeah.
No, you've
Yeah.
used all the words that I would have had I thought of summoning it.
That's
So
sound.
this is Sally Ann Lycett.
The voice from
I'm on brand
beyond.
today.
She's on
If you're
brand.
in.
She's in the right colours.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you,
Thank
darling.
you.
I
Thanks.
really appreciate it. So so why did you bring that thing? I'm not opening up another dialogue, but what is that little thing you've got on top of your phone? Is it a stress relief?
No, I turned up to work this morning and somebody has distributed them across everybody. So I said, "Oh, hello, everybody," and someone said hello, or should I say? And they all went squeak squeak.
Oh, I love that.
You should communicate only with that today.
I think that could be happening by
I
about
think
3
that
o'clock
is
this
probably
afternoon.
going.
I think that's beautifully playful.
Wednesday's a busy office that everybody's
Everyone's
in
in.
the office
That's
on a
great.
Wednesday,
We're
so
gonna do your
everybody's
interview with
like,
just that.
even
Did we pick the best day? Did we
Yeah.
pick the best day? Guys, I just have to say, this has been a lovely, lovely experience. Thank you for making us welcome. And get out there, get into this fantastic venue, get involved, support it, get your name on a chair.
Yeah.
Come on,
And we're about
everybody.
to have a Delaware debut.
Oh, we are.
for
we
Ben
are.
Balmer.
We're definitely going to do that. But I'm going to let you guys go because it's,
thank
as
you.
you say, it's Wednesday's your biggest day, and it's where you get most of your work done. Our town, can we toast you?
Yeah.
Has plenty. Thank you,
Bless you.
everybody.
I spilled some. I spilled some on the microphone. Cheers. I don't
Cheers.
think we clicked. Don't miss it. Cheers.
Cheers, Stuart. Cheers,
Oh,
Tim.
thanks for all
Our
your
town has
support.
plenty.
It's really appreciated, and for all the brilliant work that you do as well. And don't forget, I need to come to the next gig.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, we'll stick you down on the list.
I'll
now.
come on tour. Oh, you're not on tour though, are you?
No,
You're
he's
just
not still
visiting.
Just
Yeah.
visiting.
He'll be back in October.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
bless
I'll be
you.
there. Thank you.
So, next week, where are we next week? Just to finalise, we are at the Jenny Lind in Hastings because we're having a bit of a Morris side off. So for the Morris sides being all the Morris dancers and all the different sides that come along and dance with bells on their ankles and sticks and hankies, and everybody looks at me and goes, "This is so quintessentially." Quintessentially English. We're going to be at the Jenny Lind and we're going to have somebody from each of the sides. So come and revisit next week when we'll be
Morris
in
off?
there. A Morris off, yeah. Should be lots of fun because you've got the traditionals and then you got the new ones. Ooh. I know.
Cutting edge Morris
We
dancing.
cutting
Love it.
edge to bangers, no less. You know.
That's the sausages?
No. Thank you.
Sorry.
The music, like
Oh yeah, the
Slaughter,
bangers. Yeah, bangers. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
Bangers and mash.
Just
Gotta
trying
be,
to
I gotta be,
decode.
I gotta be sharp. Gotta be sharp. I learned a lot.
I'll be listening and watching with
Yeah.
interest. I had
Oh.
Morris dancers at my wedding,
Oh.
so
you love it.
Was that your choice or
Did you
your
invite them?
wife's?
Or?
I think it was a joint choice, but yeah.
You guys are perfect
don't
for each
know.
other.
Oh, bless you.
I think that's beautiful. Thank you.
We'll leave you
guys.
to it.
Oh,
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you. Thank
Oh,
you,
take
guys.
care.
Thank you.
Oh, it's lovely. Here we are, Our Town Has Plenty, and we've just filmed a podcast this week in the Warr Auditorium. So we've come and had lunch, which was absolute perfection, proper chef's kiss, if I might say.
Oh, thank you very much.
And this is Michael,
Yeah.
you're a sous chef here.
Yeah, the sous chef at the Delaware Pavilion. Yeah, that's me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you love it here?
Yeah, it's quite nice. I came up, so I used to work as an agency chef, and I came here specifically because I quite liked the vibes and just how it all operated. So yeah.
It's great. It's so well run. What I didn't know, and I asked one of the waiting staff, I said, so those scones and things, do you make them? Do you buy them in? And he said, no, everything is made on the
Yeah,
premises.
everything we do is made on the premises. So most mornings it'll be me coming in at some very ungodly hour, making scones, pastries, cakes, and all the you can see there on the bench behind us. Yeah, we'll be doing that between me and a couple of other chefs in there that will do it.
And they're such high quality.
Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
No, it's great.
It's not just that. So even all of our stuff that we do put, our component parts in the meals are made in house. So we don't use like store-bought mayonnaises or store-bought ketchups. We'll make all of our ketchups and mayonnaises in house. Obviously things like all mustard, but so it's all in-house made in house. And is used with local suppliers.
Yeah.
So we've got most of our fruit veg comes from. Can I say?
Yes, of course,
Carroll's.
Carroll's.
So most of our fruit veg comes
Absolutely.
from Carroll's. So even our fish is caught by a local supplier, PH Fish, I believe it's based in Hastings or St Leonard's.
Yeah.
So we're trying to keep it local and a taste of local, but elevated.
I love it. It's so good, and the quality is so high. So we talked about how good it was on the podcast. So I wanted to add this special bit in. Thank you, Michael.
That's
for
all
your
right.
time. I really
No, that's
appreciate
okay.
it.
It's a pleasure.
Oh, it's lovely. So our town has plenty. Thank you, Betsy.